Hey everybody, and welcome to a special episode of Yeah So. This week actually isn't that special. It's not really that big a deal at all. I just sort of changed the format a little bit because, as you may have noticed, you're seeing me, which you never do in a Yeah So episode. It's against the law. It's a crime. But I decided to bend the rules this time because I'm feeling dangerous. So anyway, I had a conversation a little while ago with one of my friends, Cory, and we were just talking about different ideas, just different viewpoints of politics and what we think should change in the system. It's an interesting conversation to me, and it goes on for about 8 minutes or so. So if you have to pee, you can put this on pause and you can go do that now. Or you can just hold it and wait till after. Or you can act like the child you are and just pee on yourself. Just be wet. Just do it. Doesn't matter. Anyway, I think I should just get down to business and show you the clip. Yeah, here it is. Me and Cory talking about politics. I've been talking to different people about politics. We got the election coming up soon, and I was just wondering where people stood. Where do you stand politically?
I don't vote by party lines. I don't even vote. Let me restart that presentation.
And why don't you?
Why don't I vote?
Yeah.
It's kind of pointless when I would be going for a third party. That's
I don't think that's pointless. Like, if enough people do that, they could win.
not enough people are going to do it though because there's not enough advertising for the third party. I don't
Yeah,
even
and
know
there's
who
people
the
like
candidate.
you who won't do it.
I don't even know. Ron Paul, he's the third candidate. Wasn't he running for Republican?
Yeah, he is this time around.
He's still technically a Republican. I wouldn't be voting for him if he ran as a
So
third
this time
party
around,
ticket.
like, there's nobody that you're looking at that you think would be a good candidate for the 2012 election?
I don't, I know who's running for Republican and Democrat.
Yeah.
I
There's
don't
only one
know.
guy for Democrat.
Yeah, yeah, I know. But there's no information really for me to go off of, and then there's too many third parties to work with. If all of those third parties got together, it would be a lot better of a chance for someone else to be elected. The problem with the system currently is that there's two parties that are widely known,
Right.
which creates this problem because in the end, regardless of who you vote for, it's still going to be either a Republican or a Democrat for the most part, just because, no one knows the other parties, which raises this problem. Nothing is really going to change if you keep voting for a Republican or a Democrat because both parties are already in the system to such a great extent that you can't, like, they're already gonna do what's gonna be done. It's not gonna change.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who say, like, it's not even really a system anymore, that it's sort of just fake. Do you subscribe to that?
Do I believe the system is faked?
Yeah, that it's all just rigged, that it's all just a show.
Absolutely. Here's the reason why. It is a two-party system, and those two parties have become so comfortable that they don't really need to worry too much about anyone else. They don't even have to worry about each other because they know that eventually people are going to get tired of Democrats and people are going to get tired of Republicans. I'd say, like, for instance, the most recent election when Obama won in 2008, I think the reason people voted for Obama was not so much that he was promising change, it was that he wasn't a Republican.
Right.
He was supposedly the opposite of what George Bush was. And so in the end, all we're going to have is this flip-flopping back and forth, which doesn't change anything. If someone really wanted change, they wouldn't vote for Republican or Democrat. They'd vote for a third-party ticket, but no one even truly knows, except for those people who actually, like, have the time to go look.
Yeah, I don't even know who's running for that. Do you?
I have no clue who's running for any third-party ticket, and that's the problem. The money goes to those two parties, the Republicans and Democrats.
Yeah.
So there's no advertising for this third party, whoever it may be. And there's so many third parties that, that money is split so widely that a third party may only get, maybe $50 million? And that's nothing in comparison to what Obama and McCain got in 2008, which is, I heard over $1 billion?
Yeah.
So there's really no options.
Yeah, kind of a shame when you think about it. I always was wondering, just why is there only one option? Why does the incumbent have no competition? I think it would be a little bit more fair, if there was some pressure on him, every term, and he wasn't just, guaranteed to just be comfortable for a while.
I would have to agree with you on that, because here's what I see wrong with this system in terms of presidents. They don't have to worry that much. For instance, there was that hot mic that recently occurred where Obama said, I won't be able to do anything until after I'm reelected. He's so sure of himself that he's going to
that's
be reelected,
the goal now.
Which means that it seems that every president seems to be expecting 2 terms as opposed to just one. I'd rather they only have a single term and do stuff during that term.
Exactly.
Than for them to have 2 terms where they can say, I did a little here and a little here. Get them out in 4 years. Every single president should be got out in 4 years. But here's the other problem. We give so much responsibility to the president. He's the only person really focused on in the press. He's like the symbol for the press. They don't focus as much on Congress, or senators and House of Representatives, which is an even bigger problem, because they're the ones who really are supposed to have the power in terms of creating laws.
Right.
It's not the president who does that. And the president shouldn't even be responsible for the economy.
Oh, I thought you were really just bummed out.
No, I'm just tired.
Just for America.
That too, considering most people will never even consider voting differently than Republican or Democrat.
Yeah.
And you know what? They've been brainwashed to do that so frequently, and it's funny too, because people actually think there's only 2 parties. Many people, I believe, think that there's only Democrats and Republicans, when in fact there should be more.
Yeah.
And those parties should get more attention in the media. Even when comedians make fun of the media, Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert, they're only making fun of Fox News or MSNBC for being left or right, being Republican or Democrat. When, hell, I'd rather see jokes be made about the third parties as much as the Democrats and Republicans, considering so many people watch those shows. But
nobody's famous from the third party.
Yeah.
So there'd be nothing to say.
But who creates fame, though?